go. We're just about done. I wanted to show you what I meant about a second headland. I guess it's not. When you turn this thing, you tend to leave bits. And so I come along and just try to collect this line up here, make it a little easier for the baler. You know, it sort of turns and it's just a bit of a mess. So try to come up here without gathering any hay. We'll shoot down the other end here, and I think there's a little bit of a not a half a row, but a tiny bit of a row up there we can straighten out. So there you go. That's one thing, you know, about this GPS mod. Does make life a bit easier when it comes to certain tasks. And I think the main reason it makes this task easier, and one of the things we should do before I forget, is this is field 2. This is a great course to save because this is the same course that your baler will need to run. And if you have your GPS mod, it doesn't matter which tractor you save it in. You know, you can end up... sorry, let me focus on the turn here. You know, you can save it if we went to run that other tractor for the baler. You know, you can always pick up that exact course and be right on the same line. So there we go. Alright, so VBX, hold control, and I'm going to hit right here is field 2 plus minus, and then this one middle button here up here is save. So this is now our field 2 course. You know, we can always, you know, this isn't the end of the world. You can always save it again. I know this course might not be the straightest for this field, but it looks pretty good. I'm not sure if it makes much difference. Well, let's go up there and get this thing, and we'll get the baler going. And I don't think I'm going to show all of the baling, just because, again, like these videos end up taking up a lot of memory, and, you know, it's just, you guys have seen bale. We'll bale a couple bales together. Race in the rain. So far, so good. It's almost 9 o'clock in the game, but at least we'll be baling. And I don't know. Oh, by the way, we also forgot to buy I forgot to buy a bale wrapper, so we'll have to run back up to the store and get that. And this tractor also was a little bit weak on this coming into the hill, so probably would have been better off doing some of this with the bigger tractor, but here we are now. You know? Just leave this guy right next to the other guy, because we'll pull them forward and wash them eventually here before we get that away enough. There we go. So now, probably zoom in a bit for this baler. Ooh. Now, I don't like the auto unload, by the way. I tend to, you know, even though it's a bit of a pain to manually unload each time, I kind of want to, you don't want to put the bales right on, you know, I end up putting a bale right in the middle of the, you know, because I forget I'm watching a YouTube video or something, and I tend to forget, you know, what I'm doing. And because I forget, then I end up dropping the bale right on the windrow, you know, right on the hay. And then you got to kind of try to push the darn thing out of the way. Where if you just do it manually, you can, even if you're daydreaming, you can always, you know, just stop and get the bale off to the side, or just back up enough. And, all right, so let's pick up this little bit while we're at it. What I usually do is I tend to just do my up and down rows, and then come back and get the tops. So a lot of times you can pick up a bunch of the tops. I'm not going to make that. Yeah, if you're right on top of it and you're paying attention, there's not a big issue with doing that manually, but not always paying enough attention. Alright, so let me cut the video here, and what you just witnessed once, I will do quite a few more times, you know? Alright, well, I will see you guys when this is all baled up, and I'll probably go get that wrapper and bring it down here and start that part. I'm racing back from the store because we didn't buy a baler. And the rain hasn't come yet. I have no idea when it's coming. Too much farm sim stress, I'll tell you that much. I like to take things at a leisurely pace. It's one of the reasons I like farm sim. I do play games that are a little more high paced, but it's one of the reasons I like farm sim. So I have never used this, which could be a bit of a mistake. I am going to assume it isn't that difficult to figure out. When I say this, I mean this Kern wrapper. Like I've always used the plain old one. So I'm hoping this one's faster. The other one's not blazing fast, but if we get this one out in the field and it's like slower, I'll definitely be disappointed. Yeah. So the baling went pretty well. The bales were rolling all around these fields like you wouldn't believe. Like you'd think it was an ice skating rink with marbles on it, the way these bales roll. I didn't expect them to roll this much in this field, but I'm definitely glad I didn't do them on field 13 or one of those other ones that has got a lot of slope. So yeah, really should have waited until the rain was over. If we had done it on Friday on our weather map there, I just left the baler right there. Came up here, grabbed this. So we're gonna head over. This side is our hay, obviously, somewhat obviously. Now one of the problems is because they rolled around so much, I'm gonna have to try to see what we need to do here. So let's get this going. Oh, you know what? I think I've seen this on somebody's video before, so I guess we just do this. Yep. That's pretty cool. Now, I think I've seen this before, but I've never used it, I don't think. No, I'd remember. It's no faster, is it? Does it automatically unload? Guess not, huh? Alright, so we hit Y, just like... There you go, buddy. Roll away. Alright, so I think I'm going to keep recording. I don't have a lot to say about this, other than hurry, hurry, hurry. A couple of the bales seem to have rolled off into the other field. I don't know. We may go looking for them if it still hasn't rained, but at the same time, I want to get most of these off the field. Now, you would think the silage should be fine sitting outside, right? At least that would tend to make a lot of sense to me. Alright, well let me be quiet a bit, and I'll fast forward most likely. I keep forgetting to hit Y. Alright, see you guys. Talk to you guys in a bit. we're done baling the hay. As you can see, I'm not even pausing to make video. Well, I'm sure I can do that without too much harm. We'll see. So we got 4 bales anyway that are... Well, let's not count our chickens to their hatch. I think I should open up this gate. I think the fastest way to go is to go through this gate. And then cut through the farm as opposed to trying to go back out to the road. And we'll see. Alright, so there we go. So I want to show you kind of what the plan is, I think. I'll grab these couple hay bales and show you what happens with our... Quickly show you what happens with our storage shed there, in case you were thinking of using it on your own map. I like it. I'm not a big bale handling person. I actually have dealt with round bales in real life, and it's just one of the lesser realistic things in the game. If you had to ask me what was the most realistic thing about Farm Sim, I would not say the bale handling. Not that I'm some master farmer or anything. Alright, so anyway, I've figured out that it doesn't seem to matter too much which one of these you drop the thing off at. But if you drop it in here, I could have probably done this a little quicker. I'll probably do it quicker. There we go. So if you take a look, let's put on our F1, go the right direction. So if you come up to here, nice little chalkboard, I guess you could call that. We got space for 112 more, and we got 8 in there. Or I don't know, we got space for 112, and we got 8 in there. I guess 4,000 a liter, so it tells you how many liters. If you hit R, you can then get them back out. No free space. I think that's because see the tractor is in the way. But if you tractor wasn't in the way, you could say, okay, I want an extra bale or 2 or whatever the number is, and it stacks them right here, and then you can come along and pick them up. So it puts them... At first I thought that whole thing was like you had to put them in and take them out. I think the yellow is actually more like where they come out versus where they go in. Because when I had a grass bale on one, I think it just sucked it all the way over to the grass side. So it's not a demanding thing to use. So let's turn that thing off. All right, so there you go. So why don't we, just for the sake of it raining, I'm gonna keep recording, and yeah, let's just hope it doesn't rain. A little bit of drama in my life on Friday. Alright guys, without spending too much time talking about it, here is what I was talking about. See how that grass bale was over there? So now we have a grass bale in that storage shed. Will it deteriorate like the rest of the grass on the map does? And I think I even have another grass bale which I would like to just leave outside and confirm that it actually does what we think it's going to do. Now the other problem I think we might have is these silage bales aren't silage yet. But I think they're going to turn the next growth cycle. So the problem is we need to get them off of the field before the grass grows, or else we're going to destroy the grass. Plus we want to go around and fertilize the grass so we get a little bit better yield and all that. I think these are all... One good thing is we'll... Too good. catch this guy on the run. Get back here, buddy. Yeah, you gotta wait for this thing to push and come back. Let's see what we get with this mess. That wasn't too bad. Alright, well, anyway, let me keep picking up bales. Yep, got everything picked up, which is wonderful. It didn't rain, so worried for nothing. I just wanted to run along here and see if I thought for sure I lost a bale. Like I saw it rolling over this way, and it would be all the way down this end here. Got a bunch of trees. Yeah, I thought I saw it come down this way, and the next thing you know, it was like gone. Oh, don't tell me it went all the way down there. Yeah, this map has some areas. Yeah, I don't see anything in here, and you know, if it got on down this hill, I don't know if I'll bother finding it. You know. All right, well, let's move on to the next thing and not worry about it too much. Where in the heck is the tractor? Neat little foresty area. I mean, it's just a really well done map. I mean, you know, just really well done. If you're looking for the gold coins, the hint is you don't have to go through too much of that stuff. Yeah, see, this is back uphill. So maybe the fact that it's kind of going back uphill sort of kept some of the stuff from, I don't know, whatever. All right, let's get back out there and straighten up the yard. This, I think, is the only bale. Oops, okay, I'll start the engine. Yeah, I think this is one. Let's take a real quick rundown. I'll put the other stuff away and wash it up after the episode, which I think would have probably been a lot of fast forwarding, but we got our hay, and we got our silage, and you know, the hay substitutes for grass and is actually required for like the power food now. You can't just put the grass in there, from what I recall. And so that's good. We'll be ready for cows once we get. Well, I don't know. What else do we need? Do we need much more for cows? Corn? I don't know. I don't think they take corn, but I've always thought they should. Or at least that should be like a ingredient in the power food, possibly. Because I think corn in the United States is fairly popular. Matter of fact, if you go to steal corn in the United States, you really want to go some rows in, because a lot of the farmers will plant a cheaper horse corn, not so much because people steal it, but because critters steal it. You know, there's quite a few deer in a lot of areas, and you know, they'll come out of the woods near the edges of the field mostly to eat. So if they plant, you know, a couple swaths of horse corn, and I think the horse corn's more, yeah, it's cheaper, it's easier to grow. All right, there we go. So we picked those up. If you were wondering if I was going to do that, I did. And then I don't know. I guess maybe I should just left that one and straighter. You know, left that one bale. Try to put it in there, but I don't trust that it's going to change if I put it in that storage. I don't really know how the storage works, but I'm kind of assuming that it sort of takes it off the map, you know, where it's not really a bale sitting out there. So we'll probably push this guy out of the way. Oh, come on. Ooh, don't knock all the rest over. Yeah, that was pretty good. Look at that. That was like a professional maneuver there. Come on, now stop. 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 All right, I'll stop. All right, so let's see if that bale disappears. Let's get the, let's turn this thing off. We didn't buy the Worcester thing, did we? All right, let's go buy that thing real quick. What's it under? Miscellaneous? Yep, Whoopster. Buy. Not sure how helpful that'll be, but what the heck. You know what, while we're here and we're buying those kind of things, let's get a chainsaw. I have owned the same Husqvarna chainsaw for about 27 years. It still runs good. I'm not a lumberjack or anything, but I tend to always get the Husqvarna. I'm sure there's other good ones out there, but mine was, you know, a little more expensive than most, but I feel like I got what I paid for. Oops, don't run. There we go, grass, 395. Which means we've already lost a little bit of grass, right? Because it should be 300 or 4,000, I mean. Well, look, this one's 395 too. So yeah, see, 72 hours to go. 1.24%. That's pretty precise. It's very precise. Now let's see if we run over to here and we shoot on one of these, does it? Nah, see, look, it didn't register it as like in the map, but this will be the same thing. Yeah, see, that's so it's like it's when it's in here, it's not in the map. So that's what I'm wondering. Here, let's see, what does this thing say? Let's put this thing down as I keep. There we go. Yeah, well, they're saying for some, I don't know why the bales are saying 3995, but is it just the grass bales that are like that? Because these said 4,000 earlier, right? Yeah, look, object size 4,000. Never noticed that before. So maybe 3995 is kind of normal. But anyway, there's silage bales. So once they turn to silage, we'll put them in there, and that's just a picture. And then you have this one that's straw, which we'll get some straw when we get some wheat. That's the other thing we need for cows. One of the things I couldn't think of. Let's take a look at our map and whatnot real quick. So yeah, so we got the grass silage. We'll be able to make power food with the combination here. But we just don't have the straw yet, and then we'll be good to go. But along with the straw, we'll get some wheat, barley. And well, we got canola planted, and got some potatoes growing, and we got corn. So we'll be some animal farming dudes and dudettes sometime soon here. All right. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Oh, you know what? We said we were going to look at the map, and I never did. Let me stop prematurely quitting. Yeah, so we got, these two. Oh, we got field 10. I might just take care of field 10. And I think I might just do it in 3 days' time. And you guys just saw a bunch of baling and fast forward probably, unless I decided to cut it out. And, by the time we come back, let's see, I'll come back when, let's go to seasons, Alt S. Yeah, we can't really harvest anything except for maybe more grass. So, I don't know, do you guys really want to watch? What I'll do is I'll go ahead and fertilize the grass again in the next 3 days. I will go cut field 10, fertilize the grass, and then why don't I come back with the harvest? Hopefully by then I'll once the grass grows one cycle, I'll weed it again, and that will get us, up until this point here. And other than that, it's probably just going to be a lot of fast forward and YouTube video watching. And that's about it. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.